Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for July 2nd of 2025 is titled Milky Way through Otago Spires. So what do we see here? Well, here we see off in the distance the two spires with the Milky Way rising right between them. And you might wonder, is this how the Milky Way always is viewed from here? And the answer is no. The Milky Way will rise at different angles at different times of year. So in order to plan this, you have to have it timed just right. The angle can be different, the positioning can be a little bit different over the course of a year. So in order to get an image like this, you not only need a clear night, but you also need the timing to be right. So you have to plan exactly when to get it. So sometimes it rises straight up as we see here. Other times it rises nearly parallel to the horizon, making it much harder to see. Now our image here taken in the southern hemisphere, that would be in this case in New Zealand. And in a location like this, the core of the Milky Way, the central regions that we're looking at, are much more visible than they are for those of us in the northern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, these regions will appear off over the southern horizon during our summer. Those are the times we can really see the central portions of the Milky Way for those in the northern hemisphere. Those in the southern hemisphere get to see it much more often and be much more prominent because of the positioning of the central portion and where it happens to be located in the sky. Now, as I said, you have to time this just right to get it, and this was done in June of 2024. And I will state that you would never see an image like this if you were just standing there looking at it. You could see the Milky Way there, but you would never see all of the detail that you see, no matter how dark of an area you go to. And that's because our eyes simply cannot collect light for a long enough period of time. We can take a camera and we can expose it for minutes, hours, sometimes even for days. You can take multiple images over days and put them together, digitally combine them to get one image showing far more detail than your eye could ever possibly pick up. So the detail that we're seeing here, some of the nebulae that we see off to the left-hand side glowing in the red and a couple other colors there, they would not be visible. You would not see those with the naked eye. It takes a long exposure to bring those out. Same thing with our Milky Way. In order to see our Milky Way, you need a camera and a long exposure. If you look at it with your naked eye, yes, you can see it, but all you'll see is a fuzzy patch across the sky. It takes a much longer exposure to be able to bring out all of the detail that we see, such as those bright star clouds and the dark dust clouds that are present within our Milky Way. And we have to recall it's those dust clouds that keep the Milky Way from being even brighter than it is. So were there not all that dust there, the entire region would be bright, and some of this would be some of the brighter areas in the sky. The central portion of our Milky Way is the brightest radio source in the sky. But visible light, we cannot even see it because visible light cannot penetrate through all of that dust the way the longer wavelength radio waves can. So when we want to study the center of our galaxy, what do? We use radio waves. Radio waves with a longer wavelength that can penetrate in and give us a vision of the central portions of our galaxy that could not be seen otherwise. So that was our picture of the day for July 2nd of 2025. It was titled Milky Way through Otago Spires. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day everyone, and I will see you in class.